watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what was decided and this is what was given by the Maharashtra government when they solidly stood behind his early release. They said 7 days per month for good behavior, adding towards the remission. This is how they calculated Sanjay Dutt's remission. The second point, they said that the months when furlough and parole were sought were not included in the remission. Then they said 30 days annual good conduct remission is what was added per year. From 2013, in May 16th, when he surrendered, till the 25th of February 2016, the calculation made across over what was actually supposed to be 42 months in prison. Then all parameters overall adding to 8 months, 16 days. Total remission that's been given to Sanjay Dutt between 2013 and 2016 is 256 days. Now we have a few questions to ask on the News Hour tonight before we open up the panel. It's a packed house in the Mumbai studio of Times Now. First question, if the state government took such pains to explain Sanjay Dutt's early release, why is it open to a review now? Why is it telling the courts if you want him back, we'll send him there if you so desire? Were these parameters taken into consideration for all prisoners in jails across Maharashtra? 2,811 petitions have been given in Yerwada jail itself. Do they have a calculation for all of these people and such due diligence done? I don't know. Let's ask the government. Is good conduct assessed in Dutt's case the same for all prisoners? What is good conduct for Sanjay Dutt and what is good conduct for another Aam Aadmi? Question. How many prisoners in state prisons receive the additional annual good conduct remission? 30 days. 30 days annual good conduct remission. I don't know the numbers, but we've been looking. We haven't found too many. In fact, one of the jailmates in the same case, she did not get this treatment. We know who we are talking about. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Last question. Was there discrimination in assessing Sanjay Dutt's good conduct compared to others? These are the questions that we are asking on the News Hour tonight as we throw open the debate. And here's something special for all our guests. As I say, good evening. Good evening to all of them. They're all there in the panel. We have Abha Singh right to my left. Here Sujay Kantawala to my right. And then Sanju Verma over there. I don't know how the decibel levels are going to be there on the newsroom tonight, News Hour studios tonight, but we're going to have a good debate, ladies and gentlemen. It's an important aspect. Privileges, prison privileges only for celebrities, or is he being targeted only because he's a celebrity? Have they gone by the rule book? Nitin Satpute, who is appearing on behalf of the petitioner in court, with us in the studio. So we'll see what the arguments that he placed. Swapnil Kothari with us. We have Shamsher Pathan, president of the Awami Vikas Party, former top cop himself. So he will know whether संजय दत्त के साथ कोई कोताही बरती गई, उनको कोई ढील दी गई, क्या हुआ, आप बता देंगे. And then Nasir Abdullah will be joining us, but of course, how can I forget? Priya Malik, actor and former Big Boss contestant, also with us in the studio. And what's special, ladies and gentlemen, if you can get the cameras here and show, we are going immersive. We are going immersive tonight. If you can get the camera to come in and show what the viewer can see. This is what you can see. You go to youtube.com, the News Hour at 10, and it is virtual reality, a 360 degree experience that you will get on your laptops, on your virtual reality hand kit, where you can see not just the entire panelists, but also the entire News Hour studio. So nothing's hidden. You might not see them on your TV screens, but you wear your VR gear or you get on to YouTube, onto your laptops like I have just now, and you can see all of us at all points in time on the News Hour tonight. So let's throw it open and ask Nitin Satpute, what's the problem? Are you worried that Sanjay Dutt got off easy and got off early, or are you worried that there are others who are not getting the same treatment?
Right. There are many convicts inside of the jail. There are 27,747 convicts inside of the jail of the Maharashtra. But special treatment is given to the Sanjay Dutt. The same treatment is not given to the other prisoners. The parole application and furlough application has not been considered. In my case, my petitioner, he himself is a convict, but his application has been rejected.
Why? On what grounds?
Rejected. Just merely rejected.
There's no grounds.
No ground. There are many convicts, they are suffering from the TB, AIDS and many other diseases. On this medical ground, they are not getting parole and furlough and not getting remission. I'm also handling the matter of the Manjula Shetty. She has a good behavior, therefore she was appointed as a warden in the same side of the. Still she is suffering from the entire lifetime in the jail. She was not considered for the remission on the ground of good behavior. And ultimately she is died due to the negligence by the jail authority. In this case, how the special treatment is given to the Sanjay Dutt, I have a list. The state government has prepared the list.
Yes.
I can tell you the serial number, the Sanjay Dutt serial number was in the parole list. That is, serial number 203 was his serial number, but he was considered for the furlough at serial number 10 by skipping all the prisoners.
So let's just get this clear. His serial number was 203 for furlough.
Furlough.
This is the first application of the furlough or the second application that you're talking about?
No, there is a list.
Okay.
First application.
First application. Date of application 24th of June 2013. Is that the case? The first furlough?
There is a list.
The date of the order was 19th of September. I have it here. Is this the list? The list of the furlough? That's what is.
That is my document is submitted by this.
That's submitted by the government. I've just got
I have got the real one also.
Now, what they are saying, ladies and gentlemen, what Nitin Satpute says right now is Sanjay Dutt was 203 in the list. 203. And what was the number that he was considered?
10. By skipping all the 200s.
You can do the math. 203 in the list, and at number 10 is what he was considered.
Yeah, and the other list.
But no rules were flouted.
No rules. Rules has been flouted. No, skipping all these.
The Maharashtra government says no rules have been flouted.
And other list is a parole. His serial number was 238, and he was considered as serial number 28.
Second list.
Second list.
So 238. Are you sure?
Yes, I have got the list.
3 अपने आप गायब हो गया बीच में से. 238 became 28.
28.
That's the reality. You might think I'm being funny here, but that's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. 238 in the second application of furlough dated 22nd of July 2014. It was considered date of the order 22nd of December 2014. From 238, the list comes down to 28. But still, no rules were flouted. As per the Maharashtra.
You can show the views this list 238. They have skipped all this thing. And now he was considered for the remission of on the ground of good behavior. What was a good behavior? He's jumping the parole, he's jumping the furlough. That is good behavior. He has jumped the furlough for 2 days, and jail authority has put up the proposal for the taking action.
But tell me one thing. I'm just playing the devil's advocate because we have to argue both sides here, and Priya Malik will also ask, did you do this due diligence on all the others who have got parole and furlough, or have you picked up only Sanjay Dutt out?
No. This petition is not against the Sanjay Dutt. This is a petition. If Sanjay Dutt is getting this benefit, all prisoners.
So you're saying Sanjay Dutt is not your Khalnayak?
No.
Who's your Khalnayak in this?
Government is obvious. Government.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, Priya.
Do you know that the Maharashtra government has the highest number of parole jumpers?
Sorry, I'm not getting you.
Do you know
Maharashtra
that
government
since
has the highest.
2004, we are in 2017 at the moment. Maharashtra as a state has the highest number of parole jumpers. In fact, if you look from 2004 to 2014, we've got 8,890 parole jumpers in our country. And nobody has questioned them. I'm not saying that Sanjay Dutt should not be questioned. Totally he should be. He does not deserve any special treatment being a celebrity or an actor. We are all equal in the eyes of law. But has this issue been raised? Because I've got stats from 2004. I'm taking you back 13 years.
But Priya, that's
poor people inside of the jail.
Oh, I'm also, let me also bring you to a very infamous case in Maharashtra, Vijay Palani, a double murderer, released on parole, and he killed more people.
One at a time, because all of you are in the studio, you will not be audible. So let Priya ask her question, and then Abha Singh, you
I will reply to Priya's question.
Sure.
Recently, there was this rape case in Vadala, rape and murder, and the watchman was involved in that, and he was given parole and he jumped. And after that, now there's a proposal in the government which has been led that criminals involved in rapes and murders should not be given parole and furlough. So I'm trying to tell you that yes, people are tracking sensitive cases like in rapes and murders if they've jumped, and changes are being brought. So it is not that only Sanjay Dutt is being pointed out. It is other cases, because this was the security guard of Vadala building where Pallavi Purkayas, whom he tried to rape and she was murdered. And after that, now this amendment is coming. No parole for rapists and murderers.
And murderers. So, because there are many such cases.
And let me tell you, even if those who are jumping, it is corruption of the jail authorities.
Indeed.
And in spite of we raising so many issues, the government has let them go easy. And that is why the problem is in jail everywhere. And I think that is where the government has to answer.
And that's the problem. No, I completely agree with her. Like, obviously...
So we are in agreement on some aspects that those who jump paroles are wrong.
100%.
Right. But the other question that I'm asking you is that the state government says that they have done everything by the book for Sanjay Dutt. If they have done everything by the book for Sanjay Dutt, why aren't they doing it for everybody else?
They must do it right.
Yes.
Okay. I've heard a couple of viewpoints here. First, I would like to make one point very clear, and that is that Sanjay Dutt was supposed to serve 42 months in jail, as you rightly pointed out. There are two, viewpoints. One that, the remission that he could have availed of was 256 days, and the other works out to 294 days based on the 7 days remission per month. He availed at the time of his exit. In February 2016, he availed of total remission of 240 days. So he still had some remission to his credit, technically speaking. So technically speaking, he did not avail of the entire remission due to him based on furlough and parole, which included 7 days a month. So technically, all I'm saying is technically he still... Let me complete, Anand.
Okay,
I'm just completing, Abha Singh. There's no need to get excited. You'll get your turn. All I'm saying is that technically speaking, even if you assume that he was to avail of remission to the extent of only 256 days, at the time of his exit from the prison in Feb 2016, he had availed of 240 days. So technically, there was no breach. I'm not sitting here.
Anand,
these are calculations based on the prison manual. I'm not throwing a figure off the hat.
No, on what parameters?
It's a figure based on the prison manual of Maharashtra.
Wait a minute.
Equality. On what parameters was this remission only given to Sanjay Dutt? What about the others? When you say that there were 200 people in the waiting, how he was brought forward? These are the issues. You may say he may have 20 days more, 40 days more, because that is the jail authorities which have to give remission. And that is what the Bombay High Court is questioning. And let me tell you, good behavior. I think good behavior for Sanjay Dutt was getting pictures clicked with the jail authorities, with their families, and coming and dancing in the police function. That is good behavior, and that is why Bombay High Court
I'll give you a very interesting statistic.
What is good behavior?
On the ground of good behavior, remission has been granted. What good behavior? He was working like a other prisoner inside of the jail. We asked for the CCTV footage whether he was working inside of. They have refused to give me that. Sanjay has objected for to issue give you this CCTV footage to you. So we doubt that whether really, he was really working inside.
Exactly.
That is good behavior.
My point is.
And jail authorities are expert at destroying CCTV, as we saw in Manjula Shetty's case.
I need to respond to Mr. Satpute.
They have destroyed the.
I would like to respond to Mr. Satpute.
We are missing one important point, ladies and gentlemen. Swapnil Kothari, Sujay Kantawala, Nasir Abdullah come in, please, and Mr. Pathan. Sir, the important point that we are missing is Sanjay Dutt took 16 days less, is what she is highlighting. But the government gave him 16 days more. Please tell me in your career, sir, how many prisoners have got more days?
No prisoners. Like
नहीं how many prisoners have got? भाई तुम्हारा 290 दिन बनता है, तुम लेके जाओ और फिर prisoner बोलता है नहीं मुझे 240 दिन तो चलेगा.
I was pointing out the technicality.
No, the technicality is what I'm asking you, and the government says we followed all the rules. So please tell me, sir. आपके काफी सारे कैदी होंगे जिनको आप भी जानते होंगे. lot of them must have got parole, furlough, remission of sentence. कोई ऐसा है जिसने मांगा 10 दिन और उसको 50 दिन मिल गए?
नहीं, ऐसा कोई भी अब तक मिला. पहला ही केस है, मैडम बताए हैं अभी ये.
सर मैं आपसे कुछ पूछना चाहती हूँ.
उनको बोलने दो पहले.
ठीक है, बोलिए.
There are many poor accused there inside. They are suffering from various disease. A petty offender, they don't have money to go on parole or furlough. They are not considered. Is it a way that jail authority and government is working? No doubt the special treatment is given to Sanjay Dutt. But now what I say, now madam says that 10 days or 16 days or more he suffered. So government has to pay compensation to him.
I'll come to that, sir. Can I now respond to you?
Yeah.
I don't want to scream because we need to keep the decibel levels low. But let me come straight to the point. There's a Supreme Court diktat and I think nobody here, since you have eminent lawyers on the panel, so I'm not fibbing, there's a Supreme Court diktat which says that, you know, early in 2016, the Supreme Court said that convicts who have engaged in good behavior and have at least completed 50% of their sentence need to be allowed to go scot-free. Need to be, and let me tell you one thing. Do you know what happened between July 2015? These are not figures that I'm throwing off the hat. Anand, let me just complete. This is in the NCRB data under the aegis of the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Right.
You can check that. 4,923 under trial convicts from Maharashtra alone, accounting for 28% of the total prison population in Maharashtra, was allowed to go scot-free or leave the jail on the premise of good behavior.
Yes,
on the basis of why did the High Court not question good behavior then? Why did the High Court not question good behavior then?
That even when he was out on parole and furlough, that was also treated as good behavior. What is good behavior?
What is parameter?
And even the time when, and what court said, when did you judge his good behavior? When most of the time he was out on parole and furlough.
Yeah.
These were the two questions which were raised by Bombay High Court.
Because the Supreme Court actually handed the Maharashtra government. Which lawyer on this panel
what is good behavior?
Supreme Court
Now, can I highlight one?
That were allowed to leave good behavior on the premise of good behavior.
Okay.
Will you question the Supreme Court? Are you going to file a PIL on that front?
You are saying
do so.
If you are saying that there was nothing wrong with the way Sanjay Dutt's case was handled, we appreciate that. Absolutely, that there was nothing wrong in the way Sanjay Dutt's case was handled. But please tell me, since you are highlighting technicality today, Sanju Verma, please tell me, sir, what is the technicality when somebody's furlough number is 238 and is processed at number 28?
Yes, Anand, the very fact that the way the jail
so where is the technicality when somebody says, "ठीक है, court के अंदर case है, the person is demanding, show me the good behavior example." What do you mean by good behavior? So a celebrity was working like an Aam Aadmi, that is good behavior. So if an Aam Aadmi works like a celebrity, that is good behavior?
The very fact that...
No, please, what is parity inside the prison?
There is no such parity employed here by the jail authorities for the simple reason that the jail authorities have glossed over the certain rules of the, parole and furlough rules, and clearly some people are treated more equally than the others. Now, as far as this particular aspect is concerned, which you mentioned, Anand, that, the furlough becomes a matter of right. It's given annually to a person for 14 days, and for a person who's been convicted between 1 to 5 years. Surprisingly, he utilized only 44 days of furlough. And parole, which is given only in exigent circumstances, which is like death, sickness, family urgency, emergency, etc., he utilizes 118 days. So surely, and that parole is given at the discretion. Now the key word here is discretion, Anand. Whose discretion? And how does that discretion work? Now this clearly indicates that the parole and the furlough rules were flouted, and once the report has been given to the home minister, which in case here is the chief minister, where don't you question as to whether these rules have been flouted, and you simply say yes, please grant this remission and let Sanjay Dutt be released? This is something which thanks to the petitioner and his advocate, the High Court is examining.
There are people engaging on involve.in and also on Twitter. You can read this. I've just opened up the hashtag and somebody says Sasikala is in jail in Bangalore, has got very, very good behavior. She should also be released on good conduct. See, people are... So there are... See, what happens is this good conduct is a very loosely...
loosely considered for the good behavior.
Correct.
For remission.
Yeah, Manjula Shetty lost her life because they said that she was trying to... bad behavior inside prison is what the jail authorities are right now saying.
She was appointed as a warden because of...
My point is, Sujay Kantawala, as you start speaking 24 minutes into the debate, let me ask Nasir Abdullah as he bring him in after. Please tell me, sir, this prison, jails, the prison department comes under who in the Maharashtra government, in the centre?
Definitely, it comes under the Home Department. And
who is the Home Minister of the...
Currently, the Home Department is under the Chief Minister.
Under the Chief Minister. So, if the Chief Minister does not...
But let me, as a lawyer, let me contribute. The matter is pending before the High Court. Mr. Satpute has said he does not seek any relief as far as Sanjay Dutt is concerned. He doesn't seek, but Sanjay Dutt case is now being made as a test case. And therefore it is very important for the High Court to examine as to how and on what basis these kind of rules are being flouted, if they are being flouted, or if fresh guidelines are to be issued so that deserving people, see, listen, it's not your right that 45 days I will claim and I will get it and everybody should get it. You have to deserve it. You have to deserve it in the facts and circumstances of the case. So as my friend said that 14 days was less, Arre Baba, that's not the case. Why 14 days was less? You have one minute. What I'm trying to say is that you may even claim only 5 days if you deserve it. You don't, just because you're a convict, you don't need to get those 45 days. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but the case by case, Sanjay Dutt to case ho gaya. So what about the other? Somebody like a Hari Ram or a Ramlal or somebody else, whoever it is, or in this case the petitioner, they don't get.
Even one person who does not get the benefit which he deserves is violation of Article 14, and therefore head should roll. Those people who are accountable.
So please tell me. Now I've got 2014 numbers where it says 750 applications for parole in Yerwada prison. 314 of them rejected, 232 of them were held back pending police clearance.
So 314 were bad boys. They didn't have good behavior.
But 232 to deserve.
That's right.
232 deserve. 232 deserve. Now my question is,
their parents' deathbed, and Sanjay Dutt was let go because his daughter was having a nose
for
surgery.
28 days he got that. That
because
period
his daughter was getting
days.
a nose surgery. Are we looking at the gravity of the situation here?
So therefore, now High Court has to.
Fraternity myself, I would never ever want special treatment on the basis of somebody's status in our society, and I think that's the problem.